The sex addiction, the compulsive sexual behaviors are symptoms of the real problem. See, the problem lies within you. The problem lies with deep-rooted pain and trauma. Do you believe sex addiction is a problem for you? Do you believe you have sex addiction? Do you believe that the compulsive sexual behaviors are destroying your life? And if only you can get rid of this addiction, if only you can stop the compulsive sexual behaviors, all will be well. Your marriage will be saved, your career will prosper, your financial stability will return. Is your sex addiction destroying all of these things? Destroying your marriage, your relationships, certainly taking away your peace and serenity. And here you are today, feeling hopeless and desperate. You have tried over and over to get control of the sexual compulsive behaviors, and they continue to win over and over again. You just can't stay stopped. You can stop, you just can't stay stopped. And boy, have you tried. And you have been battling this addiction in secrecy for years, maybe decades. And here you are, feeling hopeless and desperate, and you need change. If only you can get rid of your sex addiction. Well, what if I were to tell you the solution to your problem is in the sex addiction? I mean, how is that possible? You want to get rid of something you think is going to fix you. And when you get rid of this, you're a whole new man. And that's not true. The sex addiction is a symptom of your problem. Sex itself is not the problem. I'm behavioral health and sex addiction recovery coach Rob Lopicola, and I help men strategically break the cycle of compulsive sexual behavior and sex addiction. And if you're dual addicted with alcohol and methamphetamine or other drugs that enhance your feeling good in your active sex addiction, I help all of you to change and transform your life with a strategic step-by-step plan that will change who you are and lead you to a life of fulfillment, a life where you thrive, and most importantly, a life with healthy sexual expression, free from shame, guilt, and isolation. And I want to help you. And one of the first things we have to look at is your sex addiction. Did you ever think about your sex addiction and question, why is it here? When was it born? What is it doing for me? When you get urges and cravings, did you ever say to yourself, why do I have these urges and cravings? Where are they coming from? And you probably don't understand where the urges and cravings are coming from. You probably don't understand why your sex addiction is here, when it was born, what it's trying to do for you. You're looking at it like an enemy. You're looking at your sex addiction as though it is destroying your life. Well, your problem is much deeper than the compulsive sexual behaviors and the fact that you have sex addiction. And even if you have other substance addictions sort of mixed in there and you're dual addicted, there are reasons why this addiction is here. And this will be interesting for you because I think it'll help you to come to terms with the fact that your sex addiction is not the problem. In fact, your sex addiction, the goal of your sex addiction is to make you feel good. The goal is to alleviate you feeling overwhelming feelings of pain and trauma. Yes, your sex addiction was born way back when you were feeling a lot of pain and a lot of trauma, most likely from your childhood. Most addicts in general have trauma from their childhood, traumatic experiences that altered their life. And that addiction came in to save the day. Yes, who would think? Your addiction came in and wanted to protect you from the trauma and pain. And in so doing, it led you down a road to behave in ways to feel good. So in essence, the addiction was here or is here to protect you from the pain and trauma. How interesting is that? See, the sex addiction, the compulsive sexual behaviors are symptoms of the real problem. See, the problem lies within you. The problem lies with deep-rooted pain and trauma. It's like the iceberg. The little bit on top of sea level or above sea level is all you know about yourself, your life, what you're experiencing. But what's below sea level, that's the stuff you're running from in your addiction. That's the stuff your addiction is protecting you from feeling, because perhaps it will be too much to deal with that pain, to face the trauma, and to develop new coping skills with that pain and trauma. So what happens is when all that stuff below sea level starts to well up, starts to come up, it expresses itself as urges and cravings. So to you, you feel like it's an urge or craving to go and act out sexually or go get high or do whatever it is you're addicted to, compulsive substances or compulsive behaviors, and then your addiction steps in and says, let's go do it. You're going to feel good. And you are in the illusion, which is denial, but you're in the illusion it's going to make you feel good. It's going to give you the very thing you need to feel good. Why do you need to act out to feel good? Because you don't feel good. See, deep down, you don't feel good. There is a lot of trauma, a lot of pain. Hey guys, if you're struggling and you need to reach me right now, you can text me at 954-861-0740. I want to be a lifeline for you. I want to be a beacon of hope, and I want to help you begin your healing and transformation. So text me right now, 954-861-0740. And the only way that you're going to heal and transform and really get rid of the destructive sexual behaviors is to allow yourself to let that stuff come up. For example, when you have an urge or craving, feel it. Let it come up. Let it well up. Experience what you feel when you don't go act out in compulsive sexual behaviors or go get high. How will you feel? And I'm willing to bet discontent, irritable, you'll have insomnia, itching in your own skin, lonely, feeling not valued, maybe feeling unloved and unwanted. See, all that stuff has to come up. You'll probably feel so uncomfortable. The only solution is to watch pornography, inhale some poppers, go get some drugs, methamphetamine or cocaine, and then go act out in sexually compulsive behaviors. You learned that that's going to make you feel good. And you're in the illusion that's the solution to really what's going on. Well, it's not the solution, it's an illusion. Because if you think about it, when you act out or go get high or whatever it is you're compulsively addicted to, you hate yourself, you self-loathe, you abuse yourself. In your head, the story you start telling yourself is you're unworthy and inferior, you're living in secret, and you feel shame and maybe guilt, regret, you feel dirty. So it's an illusion that it's going to make you feel good, even though it does momentarily. It numbs the pain. It resuppresses the pain and trauma that's been trying to come up. So the sex addiction is really your ally. The sex addiction is really on your side because it wants to make you feel good, and it's learned acting out in those ways will make you feel good. So you have to ultimately redesign your relationship with your addiction. In the terms of personifying your sex addiction, we'll call it a subpersonality. It's a part of you. It's a part of who you are. And that part of you wants to protect you. And what you need to do now is redesign your relationship with sex addiction, if you were to personify it, and now teach your addiction to help you in ways that will be productive to help you cope with the pain and trauma. Maybe go to the gym, go for a jog, join a 12-step group, get a sponsor, hire me, a coach, get therapy, do something that will help you cope with the pain and trauma productively in a helpful way, not a destructive way. You actually have to redesign your relationship with your addiction because it's here to help you. All it wanted to do is make you feel better. It didn't want to destroy you. but now your life is falling apart. You're suffering consequences. I have a book, let's see, it's called Pioneering a New Path. You can get it on Amazon. I'm not here to sell you. It's only $10. Pioneering a New Path. It teaches you how to embrace your sex addiction as a protector. I strongly suggest you get that book there. It's on Amazon. I'll have the link below. And it really gets you into a relationship with your addiction, and you can actually heal. But you have to feel. You have to feel the pain and trauma. And you have to escape denial. The illusion that acting out and getting high is making you feel good. It is momentarily, only because 1, it's numbing the pain and trauma. 2, dopamine, massive amounts of dopamine release in the brain makes you feel good. But ultimately, in the long term, continuing this pattern, you're altering how your brain works. You have destroyed your morals and values. Your moral compass is way off. And now you're going to suffer. It's going to ripple out into your life, and you're going to have experiences that are going to be hurtful to other people and yourself, destroying your marriage, destroying your relationship, lacking intimacy. You develop pathological relationships with sex, pornography, sex clubs, or whatever it is that you're compulsive about. You have to get to the point where you feel. You have to get to the point when you allow the urges and cravings, and then you feel. You have to come to understand why the addiction is here. What is its purpose? Why was it born in your life? Typically, between 16 and 18 years old is when compulsive sexual behavior takes hold. And then typically, late 30s, early 40s is when you're ready to face your addiction. Because at this point in your life, after 10 or 20 years, you're now beginning to suffer. You have attempted to stop, and you are unable to stop because you don't understand why it's here. You don't understand what it's doing to your brain, messing with your dopamine system, and you don't understand it's all about avoiding you. It's all about avoiding your pain and your trauma. And I want to help you begin the process of changing and transforming your life. I have a 30-minute 10-step strategy session. It's on my website, sexaddictionrelief.com. I'll also have the link below. It's the initial 10 steps that you can start to utilize in your life to wake you up out of the illusion that the addiction is really making you feel good. It's not. You feel worse afterwards, so it's destroying you. But the illusion is, I'm feeling good when I do that. And that's in essence why you keep doing it, because it feels good. But in the long run, it's destroying you. That's why you're here. So please watch my free 30-minute 10-step strategy session. And I hope that you begin the healing process. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. Hit the like button. Feel free to throw me a comment of what you're struggling with now, how many times you tried to stop. And if you have any questions, please reach out. And I post a new video every Tuesday here on my YouTube channel. So please watch my videos. I offer strategies and techniques to help you change your life. I want to help you. Let me. You be well. Thank you for being here. Have a great day, evening, night, morning, whatever it is for you. And we'll see you again next Tuesday.